Good morning, everybody. Welcome to CEI. This is Dr. Sekhar Chandra, chemistry teacher. Today I will teach bases. Acids I have completed in the chapter of acid, bases and salt, and now today I will teach bases. So first of all, what are the bases? Now, according to Arrhenius theory, bases are the substances which can produce hydroxyl ion or hydroxyl group when they dissolve in water. That means on dissolving in water, they produces hydroxyl ion. So they are bases, and this is according to Arrhenius theory. Let me give examples. Suppose NaOH, when NaOH dissolves in water, it forms Na plus OH minus. So this OH ion contribute to the basicity or basic property of a base. I repeat that according to Arrhenius theory, any substance when dissolved in water, they produce hydroxyl ion, and if they produce hydroxyl ion, they are called bases, like sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide. So many hydroxides, they produces hydroxyl ion on dissolving in water. Second is Bronsted-Lowry theory. According to Bronsted-Lowry theory, bases are proton acceptors. As we know, the previous classes I have discussed about the acidic property or acids. According to Bronsted-Lowry theory, they are proton donor, but here bases are proton acceptor. As for example, ammonia NH3. This ammonia combines or unites or accepts one proton or one H plus ion to form ammonium ion. So ammonia are proton acceptors. Due to presence of low pair of electron, ammonia accepts H plus ion to form ammonium ion. So ammonia acts as a basis because it accepts proton according to Bronsted-Lowry theory. And finally, according to Lewis theory, bases are the substances which have an excess pair of electron or lone pair of electron that can be accommodated in an empty orbital of an acid or electron deficient molecule by forming coordinate bond. Then they are called Lewis bases. I repeat, bases according to Lewis theory, bases are the substances which have excess or lone pair of electron that can be accommodated in an empty orbital or by an electron deficient molecule by forming a coordinate bond. This is called Lewis base. Those substances are called Lewis bases because they don't have any OH ion or hydroxide ion, but still they are bases because they have lone pair of electron or excess pair of electron to accept electron deficient molecule like H plus ion to form ammonium ion. Example, ammonia phosphine, they are Lewis bases because they have lone pair of electron. That can be accommodated in an empty orbital of our electron deficient molecule. Then, with the help of coordinate bond, that's why they are bases and they are specifically called Lewis bases. As for example, ammonia plus H plus ion to form ammonium ion. Because you know, this is ammonia, this is H plus, no electron are there, so they form by forming a coordinate bond with lone pair of electron and a hydrogen, so that nitrogen has 8 electrons outermost orbit and each hydrogen has 2 electrons in their outermost orbit. So the octet or doublet rule is followed, and then ammonia we can conclude that ammonia acts as a Lewis base because it has excess pair of electron which can be accommodated to the empty orbital, because H plus ion has no electron in the orbital. H plus ion, because you know that H has one electron outermost shell. When one electron is removed, it has no electron, so it has an empty orbital. This empty orbital should be fulfilled by lone pair of electron ammonia with the help of coordinate bond. Okay, that's why ammonia as a Lewis base. One interesting example I will show you. You know Lewis acid. Lewis acid is this is Lewis acid. This is Lewis acid. It has empty orbital. Why? Because there are 6 electrons outermost orbit. One orbital is empty. One orbital is empty. 6 orbitals. 6 electrons are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 electrons are there. 2 electrons are less. So it can form a coordinate bond with this is called ammonia boron trifluoride. This is Lewis base. Lewis acid, Lewis base, ultimately they form salt. They form salt. This is Lewis acid because it has 2 electrons less. 2 electron less. It has 2 electron excess. This excess electrons can share the boron, which has no electron in their empty orbital, so that empty orbital is fulfilled or shared by this 2 electron, which is called coordinate bond, so that boron is octet, nitrogen is also octet, and there is a very stable salt known as boron trifluoride, ammonia boron trifluoride salt, which is very stable salt is formed by the combination of Lewis acid and Lewis base. So Lewis acid, Lewis base concept are here. Now let me conclude about the definition of bases. First of all, Arrhenius theory. According to Arrhenius theory, bases are the substances which can produce hydroxyl ion when they dissolve in water. Secondly, Bronsted-Lowry theory. According to this theory, bases are the proton acceptors, because ammonia accepts proton acceptor. And thirdly, Lewis bases, they have the excess pair of electron or lone pair of electron that can be accommodated in an empty orbital of a Lewis acid, which is electron deficient molecule, to form with the help of coordinate bond, forming a stable salt with the Lewis acid and Lewis base. I repeat, Lewis bases are the substances which have lone pair of electron that can be accommodated in an empty orbital of an electron deficient molecule, that's called Lewis acid, with the help of coordinate bond. Okay, that's all. So there are 3 definitions of the bases. Now second part, strong base and weak base. Now what is strong base? Strong base, there are 2 types of bases, strong base and weak base. Strong bases are the bases which on dissolving in water to form hydroxyl ion, if provided the complete ionization takes place. I repeat, strong bases are the bases which can produce or which can ionize completely, not partially, to form strong bases. And weak bases, they are dissolving, they form less hydroxyl ion, or when they dissolve in water, they partially ionize to form respective cation and hydroxyl ion. So let me conclude, or let me repeat, there are 2 types of bases. One is strong base and weak base. Strong bases completely ionizes to the respective cation and hydroxyl ion. Weak bases, they are incomplete ionization takes place. They are incompletely ionized, or they have incomplete ionization, or they are partially ionized. They partially ionize to form respective cation and hydroxyl ion. As for example, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, they are barium hydroxide, they are strong bases because they are completely ionized. On the other hand, magnesium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, zinc hydroxide, copper hydroxide, etc., they are incomplete ionized, so they are weak bases. Next part, acidity of a base. Acidity of a base.